Yeah, now that we see coming in of the fortune, you know what I'm saying? Now that we understand ourselves a little more, you know what I'm saying? Meet the 29-year-old teacher with 4 degrees who wants to join the great resignations because she's tired of working way above her paycheck. I guess in the school, you know what I'm saying? What she talking about. But we see, you know what I'm saying, anti-Semitic celebrity stalks fear for normalizing hate. You know what I'm saying? If people following that idiot, then you must be the same as him. You know what I'm saying? We see Texas man arrested and charged for threatening to kill doctors who cared for transgender children. Okay. Okay. We see Anita Hill says Supreme Court overturning Roe versus Wade is an indicator of what could happen to individual civil rights. You know what I'm saying? She has a point there on that one. We see black people are getting sicker and being hospitalized more often than whites this flu season. We also see what, you know what I'm saying, they got holed up and stuck up like John Wayne, you know what I'm saying, when we look at it. But we see a good, you know, we see a whole lot. We see Iran hired Hell's Angel leader to organize attacks on German synagogues. Yeah, it really sounds like a great world we live in. Now I keep asking the question all the time. Why did I end up on another planet? Why did I go right when I should have went left? You know what I'm saying? I make the turn at the sign or something. You know, you continuously hearing this shit across the land. You know what I mean? And people still don't get it that they're destroying the world in which they live. You know what I'm saying? And you've been destroying the people for many, many years. You know how many times they're murdered and killing genocide and filling this earth with graves. On top of its normability of that, they have forced that down the lane in many ways, such as we have a lot of people around here that live around us, you know what I'm saying? And I'm telling a lot of people, do not trust your neighbors in any shape or form. You know what I'm saying? They might not know you from a can of paint, but because they are in this certain group of the demon Democrats and their socialist anti-Nazism type mind frame, neocons and all kind of bullshit, probably aliens, you know what I'm saying? They believe that they run you. I could just see you walking on the road, but I run you because I'm on top of the world and you down below. Since when? My people is 10 times higher than any of these people on this planet Earth. And I can give you that for a fact. So you better get your mind together because what we're telling you and trying to show people in more ways than one, it is time for you all to start to look at your life in a more better way. And even the very security of water, food, and all types of other things that sustain our lives on planet Earth needs to be checked before they start, like as they was doing before when they was putting trans fat in food and then saying that trans fat cause heart attacks and this and that and the third. But the fact of the matter is you knew what you put in the food and they knew why it was there and what it was doing. And people figured it out somehow, and somehow they decide after 40 years of it and many people being hurt, oh yeah, let's take it out because the people finally discover our little tricky ricky dicky. But you're still doing it. So don't give me that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's time for people to start looking at the world that we live in. You know what I'm saying? It is not right for us to just go down the road voting Demon, Democrat, and all kinds of other parties and other things like that. Even when it comes to some of the Republican shit that's going on. You know what I'm saying? They in our government doing shit, and we supposed to sit here and just take it while their little cronies run around as your neighbor and listening and spying and going back and telling their master while they put them to sleep just like a dog. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, they're going to learn the hard way just like anyone else. We see more than 90% of COVID deaths occurring among adults over age 65. CDC data shows that's not surprising or unexpected. You know what I'm saying? New York Mayor say, New York, New, New York Mayor Eric Q. Ball Adams, I guess, say the NYPD and first responders can involuntarily, you know what I'm saying, commit those in mental health crisis. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that that is true in more ways than one. And like I said, you know what I'm saying, the NYPD shouldn't have to really be that much involved other than to be on the spot if, you know what I'm saying, they're called, but not beat it to force because we don't want to see no Gestapo bullshit going on. You know what I'm saying? And they should have taken care of many of those people, but I'm wondering, we must look to see what becomes of those people once they start this Gestapo move. You know what I'm saying? And let's hope it is not that in many ways, because one thing from the people struggling to the point of being homeless and mentally and this and that and third, the last thing they need to do is be experimented on or even driven across the land or into some place that is even worse than where they were. You know what I'm saying? People have learned to live in many circumstances, but if you offer help, make sure the help is sincere and not some garbage old trick. You know what I'm saying? We see in the historic vote, demon Democratic picks Republican Hakeem Jeffries, the first black party leader replacing Nancy Pelosi. We see the first black leader, you know what I'm saying, replacing Nancy Pelosi, but he's a demon Democrat, the slave master Ku Klux Klan creator party. Yeah, okay. We're going to keep it there. Okay, as we see Team Trump, you know what I'm saying? We see Team Trump. Here is the full list of Republicans who have backed Donald Trump's 2024 bid. Who gives a flying fuck? As long as you get the country straight, we're not demanding, this ain't no Superman shit. We're not demanding any one candidate. We want all of y'all to get on the fucking ball, you know what I'm saying, and drive the millions out. You know what I'm saying? Long Island leaders created Long Islanders create municipal leaders against anti-Semitic initiative to stop Jewish hate. But what about black people hate and the racism on black people as a whole? Just because you have them up in your offices and your buildings and all kinds of little group that you put them in doesn't show much, because even when I'm looking at even the group that you assemble, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, probably 14 whites and 2 blacks. You're still talking garbage. You know what I'm saying? We see the mutant goat with human-like face, worship as a avatar of I don't follow that bullshit. Talking about avatar of God. Yeah. Which one? Your brain cells that you're missing? You know what I'm saying? They always come up with some bull crappy dappy shit. But we don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to hear that. We want to hear good shit. We see now New York has a Black Lives Matter Boulevard. Yeah, of course, after doing the garbage that they did, yeah, they sure got one. It ain't surprising at all. And I still stand on my square. Black Lives Matter is garbage to me. And I don't care what you say. You know what I'm saying? I want to see more power to the people than that's that bullshit you talking about some Black Lives Matter. All lives matter. I don't give a fine what you say. All lives matter. I don't give a damn who jumped up on the radio and 90.1 of these different stations with a little talk show and talking about all lives matter. And they always did and they always will. I don't want to hear that flying fuck. I don't give a fuck what life it is. And especially those who have been murdered and killing, genocide and murdered amongst the black people from even their very own. All fucking life matter, even down to the animals and the little ants that run on the sidewalk that you step on. Garbage piece of, you know what I'm saying? Jake Trapper slams Marjorie Taylor Greene, acting takedown of, I guess, Wentz or Prentice or whoever, might make more sense if they don't share who gives a flying crap what that man has to say with his elongated looking skull. Nobody want to hear that shit. We see the far right pro-Russian poster endanger the nation and the world. Posture I'm talking about, I'm sorry. The far right Russian posture endangers the world and the nations. So who's going to stop them? When y'all kick off your little garbage political shit in there with your deep state having foolish garbage shit, you know what I'm saying? Who's going to stop that? You tell me. When you break out and start nuclear bombing and all kind of bombing and killing, and who's going to save the common people who ain't have a fucking thing to do with it other than getting up in the morning, going to work, earning a paycheck, paying their bills, and barely could take a vacation because you've been robbing them and blind ever since? You know, my please. When you see Act Now to get your money, Kathy Hochul to give millions to New York residents to buy food. Yeah, and I hope that is true. Maybe we'll get some good out of evil. You know what I'm saying? But she's saying you could get up to $939. SNAP aims to provide food to what? Deserving and needy families. Money is given to buy healthy and nutritious meals and to ensure self-sufficient to an extent. Through this program, thousands of families across the United States are able to purchase food for themselves and their families, members, and every single day. Well, you should be doing that because look at how you jack up the prices based on the demon Democrat controlling New York State and Long Island and the elite and the rich talking about some goddamn Hampton, or as if the whole Long Island is the Hamptons. We don't want to hear that. Get the money out to the people, get the stamps out to the people, and stop throwing gestural things to make us feel good about some demon Democrat all the way up to the 2024 election that you're trying to steal. Get out of my face. We see White House defends primary plans after Shaheen or whatever declines to attend congressional ball. Who gives a flying fuck? We see the Greece, hesitancy predicts future COVID-19 Greece side effects. You know what I'm saying? As we see in more ways than one. Let's see what they're saying, but this one is coming in from Science Blog, Greece hesitancy and so forth. We see it came in December 5th, 2022, Bar, Iran, or whatever, college or whatever, coming out with this report, you know what I'm saying, and they came out with that on December 5th, 2022. No time date was given, you know what I'm saying. And we see while production of the COVID Greece, could have been the light at the end of the pandemic tunnel, this outcome was hampered, as we see.